Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Transformers Titans Return Perceptor. And after this review, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, as for the figure itself, here he is in his robot mode. Now, this is actually the second figure I got from the Titans Return Deluxe Wave, or the wave Perceptor came in. I got him after I got Topspin first, because he was the best looking figure in this wave, and I got Perceptor after Topspin because he was the most well-known figure in this wave. Now, I actually have the other sort of Generations Perceptor, the Reveal the Shield one, and I didn't like that figure because it was difficult to get him into that sort of vehicle mode because there were a lot of pieces that had to go in the right way, and also because his knees didn't stay with his leg whenever I bend his knees. So those were two major factors for me not liking this figure. But as for this Perceptor figure, the New Generations Titans Return one, definitely like this figure a whole lot. I mean, it's a better homage to the original G1 Perceptor and the original G1 toy. As you can see, looks just like Perceptor as he did in the G1 cartoon, and he's got show accurate paint job, as you can see, with the red and the blue. It's sort of a greenish blue, but definitely more blue than green. So definitely matches with the way he looks in the cartoon and the way his original toy did. You can see the sort of red on most parts of this figure, with the green to break that much of that red up, and also some black to break up the green and red paint job. Design-wise, I'd say it's a near perfect homage to the original G1 toy and original G1 character in the cartoon. Some nice molded details added in. Definitely like the look of the shoulders, the way the molded details look on the arms. Definitely got some great knee pads right here. Definitely like the details on the legs here. Not much going on with the thighs. Well, there are some big silver pins here. Chest. We got some nice translucent lines going on in there. And chest design, again, very accurate to the way his original cartoon character and toy looked. Very nice chest design. It's pretty fitting for a guy who will be turned into a microscope. I mean, a guy who can transform into a microscope, because this sort of turns into his tray in microscope mode. And the head sculpt looks very nice. Really like that nice silver paint and the design of that helmet. Got him into Headmaster, into his robot mode. It's completely black. Only the red part is, or should I say, only the legs are red. And as usual with these sort of Headmasters, for figures that didn't originally have Headmasters, except in this line, the head of the Headmaster actually looks like the head it transforms into. So all in all, some nice paint. Paint looks nice on this figure. Definitely cartoon accurate. Design-wise, definitely accurate to the cartoon. I definitely like the molded details on the arms and the legs, the design of the chest and the head. As for the articulation, you can bend 90 degrees here, more than 90 here. Legs go in and out. Arms go 60 degrees. Same thing with the elbow. Fortunately, no head up and down head movement, but it does turn around. Telescope could also spin around, but the head sort of blocks. The head and telescope sort of block each other from rotating. And telescope can telescope out when you turn the dial. And as for the gun, sort of the usual Titans Return gun. The Headmaster can sit in here, but I have him hold the gun like this to give it more of a sniper rifle feel, like his IDW character had. Well, that's it from the robot mode. Now I'm going to transform into telescope mode. Microscope mode. First thing you want to do is get the surface of the head up along with the arms. Push those arms in. Then get the tray down. I'm not sure how far down, since it goes down about that far, but according to the instructions, probably this Autobot symbol sort of blocks it. Probably just about where the Autobot symbol falls down to. We'll get the tabs on the legs into this slot right here. And now here's Perceptor in his microscope mode. Again, looks very accurate to his original toy. I wouldn't say it's completely accurate to looking like a microscope, but just having something that captures the general shape of a microscope, I think it's really good. Unfortunately, this telescope doesn't really point down to the tray, but it does actually work, just not very easy to use if you're trying to look down this glass. But you can definitely see some things up close with it. And much of that paint job, red, the greenish blue color, he retains those colors in his microscope mode. Now, there are some tank treads that come out here. Yes, so he can sort of roll around. There are some pictures of a tank mode for Perceptor, but I'm not gonna try and have Perceptor turn him into that mode in this vehicle, because the instructions don't really say to turn him into a tank mode like a triple changer, so that's more or less why I'm not showing that transformation in this video, but it's not hard once you see that picture online. So, all in all, pretty cool looking microscope with tank treads. Nice molded details like we saw in the robot mode. And much of that paint job that we saw in the robot mode that makes him look very toy, G1 toy and cartoon accurate still remains in his microscope mode. Well, done looking at the microscope mode. Now to get him back into his robot mode. His head in. So all in all, this is a very great looking figure, very fun to play with, very articulated, and a very nice update of the G1 Perceptor character. Really like the nice molded details they added onto this figure, as well as the fact that it could change into a microscope just like his original G1 character. And just goes to show that not every character's toy is best. made to transform into a vehicle. The microscope mode definitely is a more faithful representation of the character. And I'm actually glad that we're getting G1 accurate alt modes, such as Soundwave, with the fact that he could transform into a cassette player again, and Perceptor, with the fact that he can turn into a microscope again. Paint-wise, looks very accurate to how Perceptor did in the cartoon. Design-wise, definitely looks, again, like the cartoon with some nice molded details. Articulation is very good, just like it is with Titans Return figures. The only flaw, I guess, is probably that elbow not being able to bend more than 90 degrees, but most Titans Return figures are like that. Transformation, very fun, very easy, very intuitive to get him from robot mode to microscope mode. And also the microscope mode looks fantastic, definitely looks like a microscope in general. And again, those cool mold details show up in microscope mode too, and you can get some great tank treads to come out in the microscope mode as well. Now, Perceptor should be hitting stores right now. If you are a Transformers fan, and Perceptor's one of the most well-known figures in this wave, definitely recommend you pick this guy up. Definitely a great figure. Definitely a great homage to the G1 Perceptor, and very fun to play with and transform compared to his first generations or Reveal the Shield figure. Well, that's it for my review. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/legendantihero. You can also follow me on Instagram. My username there is Legendary Antihero. And in case I haven't said it, my Facebook is facebook.com/legendantihero. Well, that's it for my review. Goodbye.